G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game, spawning in on the east side of the map, playing in the colour blue as the Ottomans. It is our parent AoE, and on the north side of the map, playing in the colour red as the Mongols. It's Wind SAS. It's great to see him back. We covered SAS quite a fair bit in the lead up to the most recent patch, and we're going to be covering him again because he's climbing up the ladder at the moment, inside the top 10. So he is looking to really clinch out a top position. Now, keep in mind, there's no real big tournaments coming up for 1v1 at the moment. I think the biggest tournament we've got is the team tournament, hosted by EGC TV. So that's probably the biggest one. So I guess a lot of those 1v1 players that are normally at the top of the ladder focusing a bit more on team at the moment. So your Misters, your Vortexes, your Lucifrons, who else? Marine Lord, Beastie, the Muslim, all those big players. I mean, they still play their 1v1, but they're focusing elsewhere at the moment. So it gives chances for people like SAS. And look, not to discredit him at all. I'm sure he's a very talented player. I tell you what, if you can get top 10, you're obviously doing something right. So not to discredit him at all, but being a bit cheeky right here, stealing away a couple of sheep away from his enemy. My only concern is that he might not have enough sheep back at home. Looks like he's got just 2 for the moment. Can always look to bring them back in with his gur if he manages to find some, but interesting spawn. What was out here? Why is this spawned like this? This is a little bit muddy. You don't normally see this on biomes typically. But we do have our parent going for an early military school. Pretty standard stuff here for the Ottomans. Going up against the Mongol as well. I think you can almost guarantee that this is going to be the way that you want to open. If we take a look at the enemy base, we do see that there is a forward Uvu, and a barracks is coming out as well from SAS. He's got the gold underneath his town center, but still not the best position here for him. You'd love him to move over one more tile, but I don't think he actually can. You know what? He might be able to sneak it in right here, but oh, it's going to be so tough. I don't think he can. I know he can move up one. You can already see like the chopping for his village is still not the most optimal at this point. So I think he's just going to have to leave it. Maybe do a little bit of long distance gathering on that one. But Gur still out on the backside trying to find some sheep. There is a sheep over in this corner. I guess he just never decided to pick it up. We do see that Khan out at the moment. Just heading over towards the enemy base. Hasn't really spotted out a home bunch just yet. Riding on board though with our Perrin. He's quite heavily on the wood here. And I do like this play. This to me, this symbolizes, I don't know if symbolizes is the right term, but to me this indicates that he's going to be dropping down a barracks very, very soon. So one of my favorite Ottoman build orders drops a barracks in the Dark Age. I think it's kind of mandatory to do, but he doesn't even do that. He's just going to drop down a lumber camp. He's got so much wood here. And so one of the things to remember is when you're playing as the Ottomans, use your straggler trees as much as you can. You can see he's still got 150 wood in here. So with the 150 wood, that's enough for you to drop a barracks and drop a lumber camp. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you really want to try and take advantage of it, but we do see a little bit of a spearman crossing right there. So he's going to be able to find that Uvu of his enemy and begin to just siege it down, so maybe draw his enemy back, but we do see the outpost coming down already for SAS. Deletes the mining camp, so not going to be getting any bounty today. So very smart moves there by our parent. But at the same time, by deleting that mining camp, he's kind of like really left himself in a bit of an awkward spot because he's not going to be able to challenge this position at all. And I suspect that with the number of spearmen that we've got out, I don't think he'd be able to challenge it anyway. We did see the Khan go down as well. It looks like the scout was able to take out the Khan. So he might have to think about moving onto this back gold mine. But our parent's still yet to drop down a barracks. He's got 131 wood in the bank at the moment. So looks like our parent... He's playing the Ottomans. I feel like it might not be for the first time, but it... Rest in peace, little guys. It's when... Look at this guy. This guy's still... He's trying. He's... Get up, John! Get up! No, he can't do it. But fortunately, he's got friends. Look at... He's still rolling, dude. It's been a solid 15 seconds, and John is just... Has he given up? He had assistance. There were medics that were called, but unfortunately, the medics not the most proficient when it comes to issuing CPR. Poor John. It happens to the best of us. And look at these. We've got Dark Age walls coming up right now. Now, one of the things to note, our parent AoE, he's actually an Age of Empires 2 player. And how can you tell? Well, you can tell by the walls. He's going very heavy on the walls. Look at this, a mill down here on the south side. I mean, he's doing well so far. Now going for a second layer of walls. So really looking to play into that defensive position here of the Ottomans. Now, I guess the one thing that kind of concerns me the most about this is that these outposts are going to continue to come up and they're going to be able to issue plenty of damage here. But he cancels. Why does he cancel? What's the reason behind the cancel here? Because all you're going to do is just run the Mongol Khan in and put the Falcon into the air and then you're going to hit the wood line. But maybe SAS has got a different idea. Still pumping out units, though. The age up's going to be coming through for SAS shortly. We can see back over in the base. Not actually training any units at the moment from the barracks, but does get behind enemy lines. Unfortunately, that wall, the palisade wall, not going to be up completely, but more spearmen making their way out. Twin Minaret Madrasa going to be coming down here on the berry patch. Another wall coming in on the backside, so very AoE 2-esque. He's playing this style. I do like this style that he's playing, but at the same time, we can see that he hasn't secured up the stone, which makes it a little bit concerning when it comes to exactly what his sort of mid-game plan, or not mid-game plan necessarily, but maybe his late feudal plan is, because you're going to need more stone. You're going to need second town centers. You're going to need additional mining or additional military schools. But he holds on. He continues holding on for the moment. And down towards the south side, he's got himself a nice little hunt down here. But the wall is completely coming up. Now, I guess one of the other things to note is we don't really see this happen a lot in Age of Empires 4. We don't really see players go for walls like this. And I gotta ask the question, why don't we see it? Oh, this is a bit awkward. Now, fortunately, he's got the town center here, going to be able to offer plenty of covering fire. So he's going to be able to get this one up, but at the same time, Mongol units on the backside should be able to apply some decent pressure here. He's not going to bother sieging it down at the moment. Twin Minaret Madrasa will go up. 6 villages on it for the moment. Deerstone's on the other side of the map, also going up for SAS. Now, keep in mind, SAS a very strong player. Really, really good player. When it comes to games like this, obviously, Alperen, you can tell already from the opening that maybe he's not as confident on the Ottomans as he would be on other civilizations, but Villager's going to bring the shivs out. Spearman going to go down, but it looks like he should be able to get ahead here without losing too many villagers. Also attacking the scout. Definitely not the right choice. Scout just going to be able to run away from this. Scout just going to be able to run away from this. Scout just going to be able to head. Oh, you hate to see it, don't you? Scout. Oh, it's just such a basic mistake, but unfortunately, our parent still trying to work the magic, still trying to find it. Now, he's got plenty of villagers here on food, and he continues to migrate more down to this south side. Now, keep in mind, in addition to that, he's also got the berries here from the Twin Minaret Madrasa. Not actually taking the berries there. He's actually going to be taking the berries from his main bush. But this is interesting to watch, because I feel like I'm watching like SAS, who's just an absolute seasoned pro when it comes to this kind of stuff, going up against Alperen, who's really just trying to learn and discover the Ottomans as a new civilization. So perhaps this might be his first time in the ring with the Ottomans. Not really sure exactly how he wants to play it, but you can see he was looking to secure up stone. Does eventually get the full wall in as well, but he's going to need to migrate down to this stone on the south, and he knows it. He's now looking to put a gate in as well. All right, well, now on the south side, more villagers migrating down towards this position. We don't see him looking to take advantage of the berries too much. Only 3 villagers here on the berries. He's got 6-7 villagers down here on this big berry patch. So for anybody playing along at home and wondering whether this is the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, it's the wrong thing to do. You want to always try and exhaust the Twin Minaret Madrasa berries before anything else. That is the #1 rule to this landmark. Once they're all exhausted, then you can go and get the rest of the berries. But until it's exhausted, you want to be focusing down these berries, because not only do they collect faster, but they also regrow after 2 minutes. All right, well, got some beautiful throat singing going on right now. Third outpost is up. It is constructed in a second town center. He's going to be coming down for SAS on the Huntable Deer. So in this position, how does this game continue from here? I think the SAS looks to try and find a castle age. I think that's probably going to make a lot of sense. But at the same time, you don't really know what your enemy's up to, and they could be up to anything. They could be going fast castle behind their walls. They could be going for, whether it's a 2TC play, that's always going to be a potential option for them as well. So there's lots of different ways that the Ottoman player could be playing behind these walls, but I do like the way that he's opened here. But at the same time, it's a lot of resources invested to keep himself safe, when there might have been other ways for him to do it. But we do see now, down on the south side, he's got plenty of villages here on stone. So 3 villages is going to be more than enough to provide you extra military schools. He's got the first military school out. Now, he's going to need to put a blacksmith on this one, but he may not know that. And so, because of that, I suspect that's why we've got the base building the way that we've got it. But he's got a beautiful big spot out over here. I see this much space in a base, and I get really excited. As a China main, I'm just like, ooh, let me put farms there. That's what it feels like when I see this much space down here. It really gets me going. But towards the north, the Khan continues rotating around. He's going to be able to pop the Falcon over here. Outpost not able to reach that wood lane just yet. The Falcon comes up into the air, but interestingly doesn't uncover. I'm not sure why it's not uncovering this part of the forest. It should, I think, be uncovering it, but it's not. Maybe they've changed the way that it works. Maybe it's got a little bit of a smaller AoE over what it used to. But Spearman going to go down. He spots out that position, and it looks like, from what I can see, it looks like SAS might be playing it a little bit longer in the feudal age. I don't know exactly why, but we've got 4 archers here and then 3 archers being created here. So maybe it's something to do with the Uvu potentially. Yeah, you can see right there. So he's creating additional archers, and yeah, that's kind of weird how they've got their own little slot for them. Archers made and archers creating. But we do have double stable coming down as well. So this is just, to me, even more indicates it's going to be a really long feudal age play from here, which I guess could be a little bit dangerous because on the other side, our Perrin, he's going for the Drush FC. I mean, we saw him open up with the Dark Age military school, look to get some spearmen out, and then that was it. And then from there, we now see him going up into Fast Castle. So very AoE 2-esque right now. And it looks like he's also gone for the double Imam. So a bit of a Fast Castle build coming out right now for our Perrin AoE. I'm loving it from what I'm seeing so far. I mean, this is what you need, right? You bring something new to the table here, a different way of thinking, because a lot of the AoE 4 guys would be just used to that feudal style, the multiple town centers. Oh, you gotta be careful right there. Village is gonna go down. Plenty of archers. I think, was that a chop through right there? I'm not sure if that's a chop through. That's definitely a chop through. There's no 2 ways about that one. So you gotta be careful. He's got 1 layer of walls there. Whew, that is... I know I always say it, but that is a jump scare for me. It really jump scares me. Market on the backside as well, going for a market here. Now, one thing to note, it's 2 minutes from your age up to when your first Mangonel comes out. And Mangonel is going to be really potent in this position because his enemy is looking to play a heavy feudal style. We can see he's got plenty of archers coming out at the moment. And with those archers, they're going to have a difficult time going up against any kind of siege. And because of that, you can see that we've got SAS also going into Horsemen, which is definitely the right choice for him. But I think when you look at the way that he's playing at the moment, the way that he's hovering around the food sources down to the bottom, it opens up the possibility for a bit of counterplay here, because our Perrin, he's quite happy just chilling in his base. He's getting free units. We can see the barracks coming down now, so he's looking to make some men-at-arms. It's going to be the way that he goes. But the big thing is going to be that Mangonel. The Mangonel is what's going to set this all apart. But now that second military school has come up, he's looking to drop down the 3rd one as well. He was going to go for a 4th one, but I think that's probably just the 3rd one that's been cancelled. Maybe yet to actually pick up that extra military campus. But we do see the archers going to continue moving, and now a battering ram going to be coming in. So it looks like SAS going to be forcing the issue here in the feudal age. We do see him picking up... we've got wheelbarrow coming through, but on the other side, we've also got +1 ranged armor. So our Perrin knows what is going on, especially considering his enemy's got +1 ranged attack. So that's going to give him a little bit more potency against those units. But now moving out the Imams, looking to try and pick up some relics, maybe a sacred site or 2. Let's see exactly where our Perrin goes here. Battering ram working on those walls, though. Mangonel, only a few more seconds, and that bad boy's going to be out. So remember, it takes 2 minutes from when you age up for your first Mangonel to come out, as long as it's got the blacksmith. It needs to have the blacksmith. That's going to be the key factor here. How do you deal with this as SAS? Because right now, I mean, look at the military difference, right? You got 34 military versus 15, and he's going to be throwing away a couple of military units right here. So SAS got to be careful. SAS now moving down. Our Perrin I think he was looking at sacred sites, but we've got villagers moving forward. We've also got double men-at-arms, so he's going for a bit of a raid here, almost playing against the Mongols the same way that they play against others with those 2 men-at-arm raids. SAS yet to even think about Castle Age. You can see now. Archers once again moving back, looking to try and support the battering rams that we've got out here. Now, keep in mind these archers. You've got to be so careful with these archers going up against the Ottomans, just because they've always got that Mangonel. You've always got to be thinking about the Mangonel as the Ottomans, or rather against the Ottomans. Now the battering ram coming out. We're going to ride on board with SAS and just see exactly what he sees as he begins pushing through. And I think he realizes he might be able to come around, but we've got a whole bunch of archers here just doing a little bit of a ram dance. Looks like a beautiful target, and keep in mind, line of sight going to be shown onto this. But our Perrin now going to be on the defensive. We're going to hold on. We do see plenty more units back here. At the same time, that Mangonel, it's looming. He's moving forward with it as well. I love his approach. Oh, this is a perfect approach from the south side. There's no line of sight here at all. Just absolutely clueless right now. SAS got no clue whatsoever, and now we can see the Mangonel. Mangonel, the world's biggest Mangonel shot coming in. It goes a little bit wide. He tries to hold on a bit longer. The Khan goes down. Second Mangonel shot. He gets it off. He gets it off. It's massive damage right now. The Mangonel does go down, but the Men-at-Arms going to be able to clean that up completely. He hits so many units right there, and with that, the Men-at-Arms easily going to be able to clean this up. Our Perrin going to be able to hold this. The Age of Empires 2 player with the Drush FC using the Men-at-Arms together with the Mangonel, and that is a beautiful Ottoman hold right there. It was looking terrible for him. The double town center, the outpost coming up, and I think it just goes to show that you can't play against an Ottoman player in the Castle Age in the feudal age. It's just not going to work. If they are in the castle age, you got to be up there matching them. You got to be thinking about crossbows. You got to be thinking about springles. You got to think about something that can deal with the men-at-arms, because now he's got +2 ranged armor. And now the counterattack happens. And look at the difference. Look at the difference in military pop. Look at the swing right now. 30 military pop versus 1 military pop. What does SAS even do in this position? God, that shot was absolutely beautiful. He didn't get the kills, so it wasn't really, you know, that beautiful. How do you? I'm trying to think of the politically correct way to say it. I just got to say it. It was a beautiful money shot, but unfortunately, he doesn't get the kills, so it doesn't look as spectacular. But still, with that much damage coming out on all of those archers, there was just no room at all for them to move, and the men-at-arms going to be coming across the map, looking to clean it up. Alperin, from this point, just pumps units, and we can see it's going to be plenty of Spahi, plenty of men-at-arms coming out, and more mangonels on the way as well. Obviously, these units get created for free, so he's very happy to continue applying pressure, but SAS stuck right now in the feudal age. Needs to get up to the castle age, but he's down about 350 gold. It's going to be so hard. And look, he was trying so hard to get up as well. He's got 21 villagers, all with little gold sacks on their backs. Tries his best to hold on, but the Mangonite now going to be coming out as well. SAS with a nice little villager lead. He's up 20 villagers here, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to hold. And now Spy going to be coming through. Oh my lord, that's a lot of men-at-arms. Also got the meta out here as well. He's got the movement speed bonus with them as well. There are plenty of bonuses that he's running here as the Ottoman, taking advantage of everything. A new Khan rises, but it's only a feudal age Khan, so don't get too excited about it. And at this point, I mean, what does SAS do? He's just getting camped underneath the town center. He evacuates villages. He's got the Yam network going for him. But realistically, there's not much he can do. Now, there are villagers over onto this west side. These guys are going to be safe, but there are plenty of idols, 18 idols at the moment out here for SAS. He's going to continue getting chased down. Spahi managing to find some ranged units here, exactly what they want to be targeting. And now looking to bring his attention out towards the Uvu in the center. Now this Uvu, actually he's going to be focusing down the Uvu, but it's kind of pointless. It's not generating any stone at this point. He hasn't replaced it just yet. So maybe SAS thinks there's a way back into this game. He's down 23 population. He's going to have to find a way back into it, that is for sure, because he is really down. He is really out. If I had to give a win chance right now to our parent, I'd have to be saying 90, 95%, 96%. How do you pull back a win like this? I think Mangonite's probably the right way to do it. And he is adding in more Mangonite now, SAS is, but how do you even crush through all of this armor? Keep in mind the men-at-arms do have that extra 2 armor in here. So you're doing 8 damage against 6 armor, gives 2 left over. It's not a whole lot. And I love the way that he's ignored these outposts completely. These outposts that sit on the edge of his base, he's just said, I don't even need to worry about you. A lot of people would look at those outposts and say, we got to take down the outposts, but not our parent. Our parent just focuses down the middle and says, I'm coming for you. That's all I care about. I'm going to idle you. I'm going to kill your villagers. And we start to see the villager count switch. From that 20 villager lead that SAS had, our parent now takes the lead with 4 villager advantage. Mangonel begins firing up the rear as well. He also looks to drop down an outpost. I love this outpost positioning here. It kind of protects the Mangonel. He's also got the men-at-arms standing by, ready to go. A single Mangonel to change the game. A beautiful shot right there coming out from our parent. And it really just... That just swayed the game completely in his favor. I mean, I love the play style here as well. Like the Drush FC, like Age of Empires 2 has come to Age of Empires 4. It is 100% that. Like you can very clearly see the influence coming out right now. So much so, like I love the way that he even walls, like from this position, the way that he's walled off, like doesn't wall directly across to the woodline because he wants to put the mining camp in. So many little intricacies here that have looked good. But now the Khan as well as the Mangonite continue working their magic, trying to grind through the armor. I think we hear the age up going down somewhere over here by the sounds of it. Where is that age up? I heard an age up. Did I hear an age up? Maybe I didn't hear an age up. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Oh, it's the Uvu. The Uvu was what I heard. So the Uvu was completed. It must be the same sound as the age up. Yo, Big Marine Lord, I see you and I thank you very much. Hope you had a good stream, mate. We're casting a hell of a game right now. Some early Mongol control going up against our parent AoE on the Ottomans. And he's gone with it like a Drush FC. It was kind of interesting to watch, but he's walled up. He's an Age of Empires 2 player, and look at that. Look at that. He's walled in completely. He's just channeled his inner Age of Empires 2 and said, I'm just gonna play this game like Age of Empires 2. And that's exactly what he does. Secures off an insane Mangonel shot as well. And now just pushes his enemy. But the Mangonite numbers are starting to increase here. So I'm feeling like it might make a bit of sense for our parent to start maybe switching in some spearmen. Maybe something else, something to actually finish off his enemy right now. All right, well, still SAS fights. He still holds on. Look at the score difference as well. Double the score right now for Alperin. He's going to start sieging down stables. He's going to start sieging down everything that is here. Town Center going to be going down as well. Villager count. I mean, at this point, why is SAS still playing this game? Does he really think the Mangadai are going to be that effective here? Come on, you got to give it to the Age of Empires 2 player. He has played an absolute beautiful game here. And a really interesting style. I think the most interesting part of it was these imams. I did not expect the imams to come out, but he used them pretty effectively. Picked up the sacred sites, taking the relics, and oh my lord, jump scare once again. I'm sorry, I do complain about that a lot, but it gets me, man. It's so damn loud. Mangadai numbers still yet to really pick up. When you take a look at his production, he's got nothing in queue. Where's the villager count right now? And I heard it get typed. There's the type. SAS going to throw in the towel. And our parent AoE going to demonstrate how good the Age of Empires 2 strategy is when it comes to Age of Empires 4. Fellas, I hope you've enjoyed this casted game. Go check out Marine Lord. I'm not going to link it because I'm not going to remember, but he's on Twitch. I'll let you know that much.